Hi, Candace here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to help you on your 2023 job search. We are really in a tricky time. We don't know if there's going to be a recession in 6 months, even though all signs are pointing to that with all of these layoffs. But then again, the job market is pretty strong. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in my next video, but this video is going to be for the people that are looking for their next opportunity, whether you're just coming out of a layoff or you're just wanting to try something different and new. I am a hiring manager at my company. I sit in interviews all the time, and I can really understand what makes a winner, someone who's going to get the job, from someone who's just in a big if. And you don't want to be on that if line. So take these tips, incorporate them into your existing job search strategy if you have one. But I really think they're going to help you push yourself over the top when it comes to the competition. It's stiff right now. So many companies have done layoffs, from Google to Amazon, and it's fierce. Competition is fierce. So hopefully these tips can help you along, give you some energy to get out there and get the job of your dreams. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, tip number one seems pretty simple, but people tend to keep stumbling over it, and that is making sure your resume is in great shape, making sure that the formatting is uniform, it's organized. It really shows that you are meticulous, you take pride in your work, and that you're happy with your career story and your experience, and you want to showcase that in the best light. That is a great reflection on who you are. It's the introduction that you will have with recruiters and hiring managers. Take the time to really showcase your achievements. That's what people want to see. They want winners on their team. So if your resume is just a mundane list of to-do tasks every day or routines or anything like that, that you can just pull from a job description, that is not showcasing you in a great light. So make sure that you're taking the time to really enhance your bullet points. Show that I achieved X by doing Y, which resulted in Z. Show that through line that shows that you were there in every step of the process to achieving a certain goal or result for the companies that you've been working at. Brag on yourself. Show that you're confident and that you really know what you're doing. And that will tell the recruiter or hiring manager that you really are a strong candidate. Number two, I think you should really consider working with a headhunter. The hidden job market is very real, and it's something that we really don't speak on, and I don't think a lot of people know it exists. But there are a lot of jobs that just don't get listed, and they are looking through different profiles on LinkedIn, or they're asking their colleagues, hey, can you recommend someone? Do you know someone who might be a good fit? Because job searching on the hiring side is exhausting too. So we don't want to spend 2, 3, 4 months trying to fill a role because we can't find the right person. So if we can just whisper over to a colleague that knows somebody, that eliminates a lot of that. And headhunters, they are deeply connected to the people who are in the know at the company that you want to work at. So if you have a headhunter on your side, they can slide you different opportunities. They can tell you what to expect in the interview process, really tell you what these people are looking for in their ideal candidate. So working with a headhunter, they can cycle you through different job opportunities and really find what's a great fit based on your personality, because you will have a one-on-one meeting with them, get to know them, and see what they can offer you. And then at the end of the day, it's like a win-win, because they get a cut from filling a role that no one had time to really take on. So work with a headhunter this year if you can. Number three, I think that we all are in this weird space of just being bogged down and burnt out. But you know what results in that is just a lot of confusion, a lot of overexertion, and just a lot of running in the wrong direction. I think that when you have a strong job search strategy, meaning that you have a routine, you're not burning the candle at both ends. You know that on Sunday nights, I need to get back to these recruiters, or I need to make an introduction email to this recruiter or whatever. Then on Tuesday nights, you're actually filling out applications, going a step further, maybe adding a cover letter if that's what you do. And then spacing out your interviews so it's not back to back and you have time to breathe, have time to regroup and maybe do some more research, and also squeeze in that very necessary research time. Looking for a job is a job. It's not going to be easy. And if you think I've done all of this, I'm qualified, I should have the job, guess what? Other people are thinking the same, and some of those people are going the extra step to make sure that they are shown as a worthy candidate. Please create a routine so you are not burnt out. It sucks to get to you're almost at the finish line and you have no steam left. You're just done. And you bomb an interview, you ace that test, that assessment, you did great preliminary interviews with the HR team or whoever, but when you got to the big kahuna, you had nothing left to give. You just completely flunked it. Give yourself a routine so that you can pace yourself accordingly and you can make it across that line so that you can get the job that you're looking for. Number 4 is to master the art of storytelling. Storytelling is huge. It's huge now because this is not the typical job market that we're used to, where you kind of like email your resume, you fill out an application, they bring you into the office, you introduce yourself to the receptionist, make a great impression there, and then you speak to their assistant, and then we're not doing it anymore. So you have limited time. You have to, when you get in there, make a great impression, showcase all of the work that you've done, but you aren't doing it in a sense where it's like, oh, in 1998 to 2000, I worked here. In 2004 to 2008, I did it. It's not that. You're talking in a way where you're bringing your energy, you're showcasing your vibe, you're showing them that I belong here. I totally fit in with y'all. I've been at all of these places, and those experiences have made me stronger, have made me wiser, and I am excited to lend my expertise to this company. And they're gonna throw some curveballs at you. Tell me about a time where you felt really stressed and how did you overcome that? Storytell. What's the story there? How can you bring it full circle so they can see themselves hiring someone like you because you just told this amazing story of triumph? You know, as cheesy as that sounds, that's what they're looking for when they want to see those stories. Once you've done all the formalities in the interview, you've introduced yourself, kick into storytelling mode with almost every answer. How can you turn a negative into a positive? How can you show them that, you know, I'm creative. I can think quick on my feet. I am innovative. All of these things, because this is all a test. You know, the interview is a test. Just because you got an interview doesn't mean you have the job. So how can you, again, impress them with your conversation and the things you choose to speak on? And lastly, learn how to do career and job market research. Every quarter, there are changes. You know, I couldn't imagine last summer when everyone was whooping themselves and celebrating, getting all these tech jobs and 6-figure salaries and everything was going great, to fast forward to now where thousands and thousands and thousands of people are now out of work. Like, who could have predicted that? Only someone who could have been studying the trends, especially if you work in tech and you work for a company that, you know, is a public company. You can look into their insights and see what's really going on. Especially if you know a company isn't doing well, you can just quickly Google, you know, their financial records and just see the state of things. Because if it's 2 quarters of them not making their goals, that's a sign there. You know, our investors going to continue to give that company money. Is there more competition on the market? Do they have, you know, companies coming up and taking what they offer and making it better at a cheaper price? All those things you need to take into consideration. That in itself, I think that's going to take you far. Just knowing what's happening in the industry that you're in and being able to speak about that intelligently in your interviews, I think that's really, really going to help you out. So hopefully this list helps you in 2023. We are in February. The year is just getting started. And imagine in 6 months or hopefully less, you're able to celebrate that wonderful job that just really aligns with your goals and your passions. Hopefully that happens for you. I definitely thinking of you all. If you have any questions, please do leave them down below. And I will be back. My next video is going to be on the job market. We're going to talk about that. We're going to dive into it a little bit deeper because there's some real stuff happening right now. And I think you all need to know about that. I hope this video helps you all because it's tough out there. I'm not going to lie. It's tough. But if you have a strong strategy, it can take you far. You can get that job that you feel you're just not qualified for or it's out of your league. You can get that job. Please, please, please don't count yourself out. Keep going. Don't disqualify yourself. Do what you have to do now so you can celebrate later. And that's all I got for you this week. Until next time, bye.